Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm in the woods behind my house. I'm going to show you how to get rid of poison ivy and kill it for good. Alright, so this is the stuff that I'm going to be using today. I've actually tested this out. It's been a month since I first used it, and it worked really well. Basically, everything that the mist from the sprayer, everything that the mist touches, it kills. Everything else, it stays alive. I've sprayed around a few of my other plants that I wanted to keep alive, and it worked. Those plants haven't been touched. Everything that the mist touched, however, all the leaves, all the plants that touched completely died. So you want to be careful not to just go crazy and spray everything. If there's plants you want to save or keep, don't spray those. It will kill them. Basically, from my understanding with this, I looked into it a little bit. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But basically, this stuff takes away the ability that the leaves and the plant has to process sunlight into energy and into food. Takes that away, so it takes a little bit of time. Within a week, I started noticing, even a couple days, the leaves were wilting. Within a week, they were starting to turn a little brown. After a couple weeks, all the leaves were bent over. The plants were noticeably dead. And at a month, all the leaves were completely brown or falling off the plants. There was nothing left. So this stuff works really well. You just gotta wait and let it work. So what I'm gonna do is just mix. See, I've already mixed 2 jugs of this, so I'm just gonna pour it in until I get to that next line, and then add water up to the fill mark and make 1 gallon. All right, so I'm in the woods right now, and before I start spraying stuff, I want to make sure I show you guys real quick how to identify poison ivy. Now, you can easily look up a guide online, Google it, find out what poison ivy looks like, and figure out what you have. This is poison ivy right here. It has a little bit of a jagged edge. The leaves may change, but this is basically the structure of poison ivy. Lots of times you can tell by this red stem in the center or by the oiliness of the leaves that this is poison ivy. I've got some on my property where the leaves are much bigger, they're smooth edge. That's poison ivy as well. Then I have some where it's really large leaves and they're a little bit jagged as well, much bigger than these. Overall, the size and shape of the leaves on poison ivy can vary drastically, so you really want to focus on the 3 leaves. There'll be 1 main leaf coming out in the front and then 2 equal leaves on either side, and they won't grow any other leaves. Each section will grow 3 leaves. It'll grow a new section that will grow 3 leaves, and they'll grow lots of times like vines up trees. It will also grow like a bush. If there's nothing for it to climb up, it will grow just like ground cover across here. You can see lots of poison ivy just growing up. So basically, on the 2 acres of woods that I have behind our house that I've been clearing out, I was able to find almost every variation of leaf style for poison ivy, which is kind of crazy. I guess it grows really well here, and the land back here has been overgrown for years. I just started clearing it out this past winter, and now I can see all the poison ivy that's in here. So I'm just gonna walk the property and spray any poison ivy that I can find, all the poison ivy climbing the trees, just knock it down as best as I can. I'm sure I'm not gonna get all the plants the first time I go through, but after it all dies, I'm gonna come back in and spray a second time and make sure I got everything. Now, this spray works by contact with the leaves. I'm being very selective and spraying just the poison ivy that I find. I don't mind anything else growing up in here. I can easily come down through here and weed whack once or twice a year and keep this cut down and nice and clear through the woods. I just don't want to get covered in poison ivy or my kids to get covered in poison ivy if they come down into the woods. So I'm focusing on that and just spraying the poison ivy leaves to get rid of those. Now, once you spray these plants, you're going to want to leave that on the plants for a little while. Try to do it when it's nice and sunny, the rain's not going to wash it off, but it needs to soak into the leaves and have a couple weeks to kill the plants. You don't want to go through and weed whack or mow right away. This is a week later. You can already see the yellow on that poison ivy. It's starting to die. The leaves are wilted. Now that was 1 week. 2 weeks, you can see right here for reference, this is a healthy plant. I did not spray this one. I missed it. Right next to this, all the poison ivy I did spray is basically dead. The leaves are dried out, they're drooping, almost falling off of the plants. This whole section was completely covered in poison ivy. 2 weeks later, almost gone. And there are some big vines like this one right here that were climbing up a tree. I cut this one off earlier this winter when I cleared out the woods. Everything up above it has completely died, even like large ones like this completely die if you just chop them off. So I carry around a hatchet. When I actually sprayed all of this stuff 2 weeks ago, I found this vine growing up a tree right on the edge of my property. I chopped that off, took a section out, and everything above it has completely died. It's drying out. It works basically just like the poison. It cuts off the food source for the whole vine and it will die out. Now, a month later, everything is gone. Even the leaves have fallen off the plants. All you can see now is just twigs sticking up. I'm sure you still can get poison ivy from just the branches. I'm not going to even touch this. I'm just going to come right through with the mower and chop it down. But I let the poison sit on here for a nice long time. Try to let it die on its own with the poison. Anything I miss, I can come back with more poison and kill it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. If it was, hit that like button down below. Also leave any comments down in the comment section as well. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one.